Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel with my husband.
Hello, everybody.
And I think 9 days I'm not upload a video.
9 days, yeah.
Yes.
And it's been
But before I compare every 3 days I upload a video.
yeah, you and I usually keep a pretty good pattern going,
Yeah.
doing videos.
Yes.
But making videos is never a problem for us as far as topics and stuff. We can usually have something going on that we can relate to the audience. But there's times when you just can't do it, or you don't feel like doing it,
Yeah, I'm not
or you don't
feeling.
want to do it.
Yeah.
Or you're unable to do it. And all those things have been crashing down for the last 2 weeks. So to kind of put a fine point on it, it was a really weird Christmas that we had.
Yeah.
Of course we enjoyed ourselves, and you and I had fun, and we saw a lot of people. We did a lot of visiting with folks.
Yes.
But meanwhile, back at the ranch, life continued. And I think your major concern has been your mother.
Yes, my mother. It's so hard.
Yeah, those that don't get seen on YouTube or talked about very much are unknown.
Yeah.
And they don't see the scene behind the scene. And so her mother is extremely ill right now.
Yeah, he don't eat. She eat a very little, but after it she's threw up. And then she's going for stand up. You don't have strong need have people for help.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is, she had an MRI.
Yeah.
And
Waiting for the result. The
we're
complete.
yeah, there's one thing you'll learn. Wait.
That is the Philippine.
Boy, I'll tell you.
Waiting for the result.
Whew, all we did yesterday was wait. It was like we missed a birthday party yesterday that we knew about that was supposed to happen, and it's one of our great friends, and it was for their child, and we missed it because we were waiting. We had 5 things to do,
Yeah.
and we did all 5 of them, and all 5 of them took 3 times as long as we anticipated. Somebody wasn't there and we had to come back, or it was out of stock.
Yes.
So we had to drive to 3 different places just to buy something, whatever the hell we were buying.
No stock for the medicine.
Like toilet paper or something. So it's that time of year out here where everything it doesn't come to a grinding halt, but it comes to a massive slowdown. Philippines works on a slow pace to begin with on anything. So now the delivery drivers that are supposed to be delivering the stock, they were taking a few days off, or they were given a few days off, and so everybody, not everybody, but you'd have to go to 3 different places just to find something simple. Like she had a horrible, and we'll talk about health a little bit too. This is kind of a mishmash of information here, but her mother is down for the count.
Yeah.
And so we've been concerned about that. And Ray and I chipped in to pay for that.
Yeah.
That's always been my philosophy since her and I got together, is that no, I'm not going to support the family. They did just fine without me before I showed up.
Yeah.
Of course I support you.
Yeah.
But I've also tried to teach you to support yourself,
Yeah.
and be self-reliant, which I'm very proud of. I think that's the role. I never wanted somebody that was just a domestic helper, wife type deal, what do you call it, doormat type of deal. No, you're your own independent, self-sufficient woman, and that's the best gift I think somebody can give somebody else, is to try to just bring them up a little bit. And I've done my best to do that with May. Not that I'm the sharpest tool in the shed, but that's how we've been operating since we met.
Yeah.
So what else went on was your migraine.
I've been for visiting to my mother. I driving the scooter. It's so hard because the car come, and then in the middle another tricycle come. So my head is confused. I need to wait. And then at night I getting migraine and fever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because you got caught out in the rain.
Yes.
And there's an old adage out here that I thought was an old wives' tale, that don't get caught in the rain because you'll get sick. And I always thought, yeah, sure. It's true.
Yeah, that is the Philippines.
Every time I've been out in the freaking rain or caught in the rain,
Yeah.
the next day, I'm like, that's it for me. I'm staying home. I got a fever, I got a this, I got a cough, I got a whatever, an allergy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know what happens in the rain out here. There must be a lot of pollution
Here in
or
the
bugs
Philippines,
or
if the rain and shine, you need after that you need to shower.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another thing.
That is the culture in the Philippines.
That's another thing. She's right. If you get caught in the rain, first thing you want to do is go shower.
Yeah.
Because there's something in the rain that has germs or something. So anyway, the story is that yesterday, was it yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, I can't keep track of time. Yeah, she went all the way down, almost to Dumaguete, close to. Now, I've always let her just do what she wants to do. I've never tried to put a leash on her, you know. And but she's cautious to begin with anyway. And yesterday was the best day. You were smart because you said, I think there's going to be very little traffic.
Yeah.
It was one of those day after Christmas things.
Yes.
Where everybody's just kind of laying low. And so she was right. There was very little traffic and she was able to drive. But it was the longest you've driven. And it was the most congested that you've ever driven. Because for those that don't know, she has a scooter. She's learned to ride it now for over a year.
Yeah.
And she takes the dogs now with her on the scooter. That's a whole other thing. But she's always maintained this Valencia
Yeah.
kind of area where she knows the roads, she knows the people, she knows where to park. She can go as slow as she wants to, and people just pass her because she's an extremely slow driver,
Yeah.
which I like.
20 speed.
20 clicks, that's
That's
it.
why people is very fast overtake with me. I said, beep, beep. I said, my God, he went to the contest.
Yeah. And there are people that are very impatient, including me. So if I was behind her, I'd probably pass her too. But I'm glad she drives slow because speed kills. You know, it's when you're driving really fast and you're hauling ass, you don't have time to react when that dog runs in front of you. Or
Yes,
that
like-
kid runs in front of you.
Yeah.
Or the car comes out of nowhere, or the bike. We got hit
Remember?
the other day coming up the hill.
Yeah, you remember my nephew? He's
Yeah.
been in the accident.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because the 50 speed.
Jing's son,
Yeah.
Ken, and nothing happened really. I mean, it was cool. He got hit.
Because he's wearing the...
He's wearing the helmet, he's wearing the long pants, and got the shoes on and everything else, so that's good. But he was hanging a left, and a Russian guy was hanging a left, and he
No
was
signal.
to Ken's right and didn't signal,
Yes.
and just started to make the left, and they kissed, just a little touch, just enough to put them both down on the ground. And the Russian guy was very cool. You know, he offered his help and gave him his number and all this and that. And Ken had to go to the hospital. Didn't have to, but he did go to the hospital. And he was fine after a day. But it was a big scare because
Yeah.
he couldn't move his legs.
Yeah.
And I thought the worst. I thought,
Me
oh
too.
no, the kid's paralyzed, you know. Oh no. And
Yes.
it's been one of those weeks, like I said.
Yeah.
And when I went to go visit him, he was moving his legs like they were flippers, you know?
Yeah.
So it was a shock, I think, to
Me
his
too,
sister.
and Jing is very crying because his only son. Yes.
Jing was beside herself. Ray
Yes.
was beside
He's
himself.
getting panic.
So stayed in the hospital. They did x-rays. There was nothing wrong with him. Physically, he had like a little bruise on his shoulder was it. Nothing with his legs. But I think mentally he went into shock and
Yes,
fear.
yes.
And, you know, kids, what is he? How old is he?
19.
19? I was going to
Yes.
say 17.
Because
He's
he looked
ni-
baby face.
Yeah, he's got a baby face. But he's 19, so he's probably wondering 100 things at once. Am I hurt? Did I cause the problem? Am I going to get in trouble? But he's got a driver's license. He's
Yeah,
got.
it's complete.
He's totally legal. You know,
Yes.
we don't let him go without being righteous. So you had that going on, and then when you drove to Dumaguete and back, or to the border of Dumaguete, really is where your other sister lives and where your mom is staying.
Yes.
So you had that on your head, and then you came home and you had a massive migraine.
Yes.
And that's brought on by, I figured you out with your migraines. It's brought on by stress. We've done everything there is to do medically. We've had you checked out by the doctor twice about your migraines. Got you glasses, reading glasses.
Yes. I have already.
Got your teeth fixed.
Yes.
You know, so and she got her braces off. She's
Thank
very
you.
happy about that.
The doctor is very, how to call that? Very
Proud.
Very the best.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's
Yes.
very competent.
Yes.
Our dentist is extremely
She's the
good.
best doctor.
Actually, did continuing education at UCLA. So we should in America. So she got her license to do or her medical degree in Cebu, and then she went to America, to Westwood, an old place where I used to hang out, go see movies. And there was a college there called UCLA.
I see.
And she attended UCLA for over a year to do, extension courses in dentistry. And she is extremely friendly.
Yeah,
She
she's very
speaks
friendly.
great English.
Yeah.
She loves you.
Yeah. Because
And
my
she's-
teeth is only 1 year. And then to my friend, the braces is 3 years. And then until now, she's still the braces.
The key of it is that May did all of the required checkups. And she told her, she being the dentist, told May, you're the only patient I have that has made it in here every single month because they change out the wires or something.
Once a month, 2 times.
Once a month, yeah.
Yes.
And so
For check-up.
for a checkup.
Yes.
And then
And then change the braces and then cleaning.
and then clean.
Yes.
And then when they pulled them off completely, that was a big time, huh?
Yeah.
That took a long time. It took like an hour and a half. And then she did a full cleaning on you.
Yes.
And she had nothing but congratulations for you.
Yeah, thank you. Because I have, she gave me for the free returner.
Little retainer that's
Yes,
down here.
in the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's that upbeat note.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is not a bummer. I was sick
Yes.
for days
Yes.
with a cough.
For the
and,
thinking about the
And
for the
then
paper.
we'll touch on the stupid property. If you've watched any of my vlogs at all, then you know that we bought some land. We got scammed. I hate to say scammed because I always think of myself as a volunteer instead of a victim. We did what we thought was the most due diligence you could do. We spent a month checking out other projects that he did.
Yeah.
Very convincing. We talked to his clients that were working with him at the time. There were 2 people, I won't mention their channels, that were doing YouTube channels of a build of him being the contractor, and they were pleased as punch while it was going on. And now none of them are. So he kept this thing going. He perpetuated it for at least 6, 7, 8 months of actually building a house and doing a righteous job of it. And the people being very, very happy. And then starting other projects and people vlogging that. And we were watching those builds. And then we said, well, yeah, let's go with this guy. Even though we didn't want to build, he made us the offer that we couldn't refuse kind of thing. And we got catfished. So that being said, the good news is we've just come to terms with that and put it behind us. We're very lucky that we didn't give more than a deposit down, so we didn't lose a ton of money.
Yeah.
We lost 3 or 4 months worth of income at best, which, other people unfortunately lost their life savings, but that's a different topic for a different time. However, we did find out that we were in violation of the land rather. He did do some work on it and never got a building permit. So it was up to us to go get this building permit.
Yeah.
And we started that process about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month with your sister.
Yes.
Would you believe we're still at it? Every time we go, there's another guy that needs to sign. And I thought last time it was going to be over because you kept coming down the stairs
for the
and
pay.
asking me for more money.
Yes.
Okay, well, we got to buy this.
Yeah.
And we got to pay this guy.
Yes.
We got to pay that guy. And it wasn't huge amounts of money. It was 3,000 pesos for this. It was 5,000 pesos for that, which is $100. So we're in the whole thing about $200 US. And then it was 2,500 for some guy in Valencia that I still don't understand, but it is what it is. And Jing was validating and verifying, And what made me feel good was every time I handed out the money, they went back downstairs to an actual cashier that gave us a proper receipt
Yeah.
and showed that what we were purchasing was just par for the course. So we are still waiting for the finalization of that. We were also last month dealing with my eyes. This eye here has been giving me trouble. Actually, yeah, it's this eye here giving me trouble. But today and yesterday, it seems to be clearing up. So Monday, what's today, Saturday? So in 2 days,
Saturday.
I'm going to go back to the doctor and have her just triple check this eye, because our next little adventure is next month in Cebu.
Yes, in Cebu for surgery.
On the 13th, I'm having surgery on this festoons.
Eye bag? No.
Yeah, eye bags, yes,
Ah,
but
okay.
mine are called festoons because they're real puffy. And only Caucasians get festoons. Sorry, still working on my cough from 2 weeks ago. And what else is going on? So we got about 80% of the building permit squared away. We made it through Christmas. We attended the festivities. We got the gifts all done. We spent a lot of money last month
Yeah.
between my eyes and your mom in the hospital,
Yes.
and then just the little gifts that we exchanged or gave to other people, and you driving the motorbike and perpetually being in, either she was down for the count or I was. So that's why it's 9 days between videos.
Yeah.
And you don't want to do a video if you're not in the mood for it. And sometimes I would say, I'd be feeling great, and I'd say, hey, let's do a video for your channel. And she'd go, well, let's do it tomorrow.
Yeah, because I thinking to my mother,
Nope.
he don't eat, and then he don't stand up if don't have people for help. So
Mm-hmm.
I thinking to my mother, oh, if you not have the parent, you feel not complete. You're not happy.
Right.
Yes.
So we're going to keep following up on that. We don't want to drag all the family business into the channel, but it is life, it is reality.
Yeah.
And what she says is very true. You know, if you have something on your mind that's occupying it a lot. Originally, we were all stressed out about the title on
Yeah.
the property. We got that squared away,
Yeah.
so we're good on that. That's good news, right?
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time before it gets transferred to her name. That's
Yeah.
in the works. JR from JRC has been very proactive with us and
Yes.
helping us,
Yes.
helping the original attorney who's kind of understaffed and overworked and far away. And he's been in slow motion since we started, but oh well. And we've kind of gotten over the whole builder mayhem or being taken advantage of or allowing ourselves to be taken advantage of like that. That really just took more time than anything else. And then there was anger and disappointment and letdown. But I was speaking yesterday to a friend of mine that's going through the exact same thing. He's one of the many that got caught up in this. And I said, you know what? I'm looking at this differently now. Because you and I were talking about what we were originally going to do was build this house. And it was a fairly large-sized house.
Yeah.
And now you were talking about maybe utilizing the property differently. Putting up a smaller house for us.
Yeah.
And maybe another smaller house or equal size. Because the lot's big.
Yeah.
And put another building up for your parents or
Yeah.
whatever for when I'm gone. You'll have that. You would also have rental property.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of things that will assist you. And I'm constantly thinking, you know, when I leave the planet, how am I going to leave her? So that was the big priority for buying the land and thinking about building a home. If I was a single guy, buying land or building a house would be the furthest thing from my mind. It wouldn't even cross my mind. First of all, I can't do it. I can't own anything. I have to be attached to a Filipino or a Filipina. And if I was single, I wouldn't trust a girlfriend. You know, you're my wife,
Yeah.
and we've been together for 5 years.
7.
Well, yes, you're right, 7.
7 years.
Holy moly.
And almost 2 years for married.
Yeah, and that's right. Almost 2 years married.
Yes.
Come February, it's 2 years.
Yes.
So, man, it's remarkable.
Time is so fast, Daddy Paul.
So we were able to vet each other pretty well. We didn't rush in to anything. And the trust factor is there, at least for me, because I've seen and heard firsthand so many horror stories about building a home for somebody or marrying a woman and having her take advantage of you, or the family taking advantage of you. And so she knew from the get-go that that wasn't part of my program. Never once has she bothered me. And in fact, you go down to your bank that I don't even know about. You
Yes.
take out money
Yes.
and you give it to your mom and dad.
Yes.
So-
Every month I help to my mother
She's
and
got
father.
her own little income stream.
Yeah.
She's got her own little bank account. We've got a joint account out here. And I
Yeah.
got my account in America. So that's that. I'm looking forward a lot to next year. Really am. I think that so much of the nonsense we've been through, we did it all at once. It was like the eyes and the municipality
Yeah.
and your mom and the land and just the stress of the holidays itself
Yeah.
and being sick. I've got a feeling that that's really kind of in our rearview mirror. And so once the last operation is done on my eyes, and that's, I don't think, is a big
So
deal.
you mean, Daddy Paul, after your surgery, your eye bag is you getting Chinese like that?
Yeah, and then I can buy produce for normal prices. I don't
You know
have to pay the foreigner tax anymore.
You know how to talk the Chinese.
Yeah, yeah. My pronouns are now "aiya," so that's. I'm gonna identify as an Asian man.
So you mean you change your name, not Paul?
Oh yeah. I won't say it here. God love the Chinese, right? And what else is going on? So that'll be another story for another time. So I guess the only thing really that's hanging over your head and mine is your mom's condition.
Yeah, hopefully my mother is getting better.
I'm sure she will.
And then she's back the energy.
Yeah. So we're adding this little clip in because for some reason her phone stopped.
Yeah,
About
no.
22 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, 22 minutes.
So we want to make sure we say goodbye and happy holidays to all those. Happy New Year to
Yeah,
those
Happy New
coming in.
Year, everyone.
Thanks for checking in with Baby May and myself. And we really appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hang in there today with Baby May. We're going to be doing more and get more involved with your channel moving forward into the new year.
Yes.
So God bless all of you.
Bye guys, and thank you, Daddy Paul.
You bet. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye-bye.